Taking a look at euro and Japanese yen, so we broke this area kind of and hit the new one, which is this one here, which was the previous resistance area. We broke out, we tested it once, twice, and here now 3 times. We made a lower high, a lower low, and then we saw a retest around here. So at the moment we are trading within this range. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart, well, we have been pretty much on a downtrend this whole time. So we could here start going back and forth until we hit this area and then break lower. Of course, if we take a look at the weekly chart, we could here, which is unlikely at the moment, but as well see a breakout and go all the way higher and continue here this uptrend. But since we broke here this trend line to the upside already once and now twice, it looks like we could see a lower movement. The 1-hour chart, well, so basically we're trading between this area here and here, so we're pretty much in the middle, which means if we somehow come down, we could buy. If we move up, we could sell. In between, let's quickly draw a trend line here, a smaller one. Here we're pretty much no touching here, so broke breakout, no, not much going on here. This trend line doesn't work. So if we draw this trend line, so we had here the first breakout, then the retest, or rather pullback, and then we had the second breakout. So for now, what looks to me is like we are trying to go higher here and target one of these areas before going lower again. Well, we are here at the moment. The next target would be here. So if you can come into this zone, this is where I would be a seller. Taking a look at the 4 chart again. So here in the 4 chart, it looks like we will head lower again. If that happens, I would try to look for a buy here. Well, in overall the trend looks bearish, but for now I can find an entry to the downside. Since we are here in the middle between everything, going on to the 30-minute chart. Let's check the EMA quickly. Well, not much going here. 15-minute chart. Well, this is all too low to be looking for an entry. Well, here is kind of a wedge being formed. So looks like we will see something like this, maybe then go to the downside once again. So since we're in the middle of everything, I would here still be patient and wait for a move to one of the bigger support or resistance areas here. which means it looks like this is going to happen here. And at some point I think we will hit one of these resistance lines. So for now I'm waiting. Let's check the GBP Japanese yen. This one was not what I was looking for. This one, so well, so we broke here the 200 EMA, but still, let's check the weekly and monthly real quick. Well, the monthly is basically going sideways, still below the 200 EMA. Okay, so here, this support line here is holding, at least for now. We crossed to the upside and not trading above the 200 EMA, and here pretty much at this trend line. So we could actually continue this rally to the upside, since this support line seems to be holding on the weekly. So a longer term could be a move to the upside. It's the monthly same again. Let's check the daily. Well, the daily is here. Now, look like we will here either form a kind of triangle or consolidation pattern and just move back and forth. So either one of these two scenarios. So well, we're way above the lower support line. So for now, let's check the forward chart. So looks like this will here go down to this area again. Let me quickly get rid of everything here. Either this trend line here or this trend line here. So what happened here was we saw a false breakout above this resistance line, and now we are pulling back. So we could here see a second breakout and maybe then go higher. Then the target would be this here. So this would be an option to buy from here to here, or to sell from here to here, which means here is where I'm looking for an entry. Going down to the 1 hour chart, here the 200 EMA, but a little bit above the trend line here. Let's see if I can make another one. Well, kind of this one here would be one as well. So we are seeing a break above both trend lines. So here what will happen is a retest, and then we could see a continuation or a rejection here at the resistance line at the 200 EMA, and see a pullback to the downside. So let's check the 30-minute chart. Not much going on here as well. Well, for now the market isn't moving, so this here tends to be with edge to the upside. So let's see if we can make something out of here. I mean, here we saw a kind of break below this line, but it was the closing on Friday, so usually the market tends to just jump below, which means it doesn't tell us too much at the moment. So I would wait here for a breakout to either back to the upside, then we would see here this trend line retest and then they move to the upside, then I would be a buyer. Otherwise, if we see a break below here to the downside, checking the 5-minute chart, so here definitely I would see where the market is headed. Once we close here below one of the trend lines, we'll go to this area on the forward chart. If we see a move above it, so these are the two options. Let's take in the RSI as well and see what we can find here. Let's check the trend. The outside is here turning around 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart. So at the moment, since we saw the drop on Friday, we are showing some bearish signs. So if we can open the market on Monday like this would be somewhere around here. This would be my setup, something like this. Or maybe just this first target, maybe this would be the take profit one. So this is what I would look out for here. Still have 4.04. So it depends on the entry, of course, but this is what I would look for.